Welcome to the first Week in Review podcast that we're doing here at NorthShoreSun.com. We want to make this a regular feature. We hope you guys enjoy it. So this is the first one we're doing. I'm Grant Parpan, editor of NorthShoreSun.com. I'm with reporters Jennifer Gustafson, Samantha Bricks. And each week we're going to talk about some of the stories we've been working on, things that we have coming up in the future. What we're going to talk about today is something that we've been writing out about a lot certainly over the past year and a lot recently, and that's something you've been covering, Jen, and that's the Carmans River. And on Tuesday night you were at the town board meeting. A lot came up with Carmans River. I guess there's some farmers in Yaphank who are none too pleased with the results of this Carmans River study.
That's true, and a big complaint throughout this whole Carmans River study process is the lack of civic input. No civic members are a part of the study group. A lot of civic leaders are upset about that, and this is one instance where a civic representative on the study group could have maybe helped with communication with other parties that are involved, such as these Yaphank farmers that addressed the town board. They are on a list recommended by the study group for their land to be acquired by the town for open space in order to preserve the Carmans River. And no one called them. They were online at a deli recently. Somebody was like, "Hey, did you know that your farm is on this open space acquisition list, and the town's looking to acquire land to preserve the river?" They're like, "You got to be." They thought they were joking, but it turns out they were livid, and that's why they came to the town board. And
that's the owners of Lear Farm you're talking about, Robert and Diane Lear, who are longtime Yaphank farmers, people who certainly, if you know Yaphank, you're familiar with the Lears. And, I don't think they're the only ones either that have been complaining about this. I know as you head further north and you get a little bit further away from the river, but I guess within close proximity to the river's watershed, there's been a lot of complaints in Middle Island, too. You're going to the Middle Island Civic meeting tonight, and I'd imagine there's probably some people who are going to speak out there saying, "Hey, wait, we have some parcels here that are being considered, and we're not really on the Carmans River."
Yeah, the Middle Island community, I feel, is divided on this. Even though Middle Island is not, on the river's shore or near any of the lakes that contribute to the Carmans River, because of the topography, any stormwater runoff in Middle Island eventually makes its way down into the river. A lot of pending development projects are in what's considered the surface water contributing area, whereas rainwater that falls off on the parking lots or roofs will eventually get to into the Carmans River. So the community is a little bit divided. Many of the civic organization is in favor of the developments that's being proposed. Pending development projects in the Middle Island area, and the civic group is in favor of that because it will help them with their downtown vision. However, there are several residents, in particular residents that live on Middle Island Road, that are opposed to any of these projects because they feel any more development, any more paved services is going to contribute to a flooding problem. During these meetings, they've been meeting for the past 90 days, and now the study is out. It's available up on the town's website. You can link to it through our website as well. But Grant, what do you think about the proposed development? Do you think it's going to negatively impact the river?
I think when you're talking about the stuff up in Middle Island, you're talking about Sandy Hills, you're talking about the Canmore. The Canmore property, to me, I'm not a scientist, but it's far from the Carmans River. Could it have an impact on Artist Lake? Sure. Any development's going to have some sort of environmental impact. There's no doubt that's why they do environmental impact studies on them. But it seems a little far to me, and it seems like kind of an opportunity for people who side on the environmental things to say, well, we don't want development, so we're going to use the Carmans River and water. It seems like kind of an excuse to me, in other words. I think personally, I live in Middle Island. I think we need to do something here. There's nothing to do. Well, hey, thanks for listening, everyone. I'm Grant Parpan for Jennifer Gustafson. This was part 1 of our Week in Review podcast. Click around on our site. Check out the other podcast videos that we recorded this week. Thank you.